future calls of this nature, dial 7 now. To decline this call, hang up. You have a prepaid call. You will not be charged for this call. This call is from
Jimmy Morado.
an inmate at a federal prison. Hang up to decline the call or to accept, dial 5 now. If you wish to block...
Hello?
Hey, what's up?
Hello?
Hey. Hey. Hello?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, your phone's breaking up.
Oh, it is? Can you hear me right here?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
You can hear me?
Yes. How are you?
All right. Hey, your phone sounds funny.
Oh, does it still?
No,
I got a new phone.
Oh, is it? Yeah, it sounds kind of hollow. You're kind of tinny. What's up?
Not much.
Oh.
Everything's here.
Huh? What happened?
Well, I got in touch real quick, but everything, nothing, yeah, it's not, everything's bad right now.
No. Hey, did you ever go to down to my sister's?
Yeah, but everything's, yeah, I got it. Well, hold on, let me see, hold on. To see if you can, call this. Yeah, where's that number? That one I told you to hold for me.
What's that?
I have a number to see if we can call it. But yeah, everything's here. Everybody's gone.
Hey, did you get my letter?
Yes, I did.
Hey, okay, so what happened to Rosa?
He's no longer around. Also.
Is that right?
Yeah, so that's what I was trying to tell you.
Okay, so what's happening? Are you going to be able to come up or not?
I'm not sure. I was gonna find out this week.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna call.
Did you get a chance to talk to my sister at all?
No. I don't know who I was talking to, but yeah, I talked to somebody.
You went.
So I won't know till this weekend if I could go over there or not.
Oh, you went over there though, right?
Yeah, I went over there.
I was gonna tell you, you just leave her your number and have her call you back.
Yeah, somebody called me. I had, what's her name call me? Carol.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to tell me everything that I need to know to go over there and stuff.
Okay.
But that's probably like this week sometime.
Okay. So
yeah.
What about the tattoo shop? Nothing at all?
Yeah, no, that's what I know of. So I don't know what's going on with that. I didn't hear there's nothing around here like that.
Okay, so
I'll look into it some more.
No, but you know what I was dealing with is just like what you were saying about talking to Rosa's primo.
Yeah.
Right? And having one, I don't care which one, just have one of them started up, right?
Yeah.
Even if it's just local around there.
Yeah.
Right? But now I guess like I said, well, if it's not there, or over there where your cousin was from, right?
Yeah.
Or over there, if there's nothing there, then we'll probably have to start all over again, right?
Yep.
And that's the whole tip, right? Oh,
yeah.
Listen, I have no money right now, right?
I know.
Well, I mean, if you could send like 20 or 50, right? So you put it on the phone account, right? Yeah,
I know things are here too with my boyfriend. His, work is hard right now. Because, when you have a background, it affects you. So.
Yeah.
I just thought, I'm going to be getting a raise next month, so a good one.
Oh, is that
so then we'll be back on track.
Okay.
Yeah. So this week I'm going to see what we can do.
Right, because the whole thing is, I think we're going to have to probably sit down there and we'll probably have to start from scratch all over again, right?
Yeah.
And but that's where I'm going to have to be counting on you to, when you come up here, You know,
Yeah.
and we can go over some of the other stuff. Right?
Yeah.
What exactly what we're gonna have to go.
Do.
Yeah, because you can't just leave it like that, right?
Nope.
You know?
I know.
No, and,
I know.
And I don't even know. Oh well, I was gonna have you hook up with my other nephews, right? But I'm saying no. I think I'd just rather wait until me and you sit down and we talk.
Okay.
And see what what we can come up with, right?
If not, let me know.
No, because I'm just what I'm saying. See, that's probably gonna be my last phone call unless she sends me some money, right? Because
All right. Okay.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
The other thing is too is like that way we can sit down there and go over it, right?
Yeah.
And like I don't know. See, especially in today's economy, right? You have to make work. You have to make work for yourself and for others, right?
Oh yeah.
You can't just like leave it at that and expect things are going to come your way, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
And then at the same
work
time,
hard.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No,
I say you got to work hard.
Yeah, you just can't leave things the way they are, right?
Nope.
And then like people just running around and doing whatever and not making any progress, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you understood. See what I had told my comadre and I told my sister, Carol, when I was explaining to them, it just isn't only about us, right? It's the only way you can get back to the community and set things up in motion. If you look around you and you see all these young Chicanos getting themselves all lost and doing the houses and stuff like that, right? So, I mean, with that's what I was telling you. You can't just leave it like that,
Yep, gotta work together as a family.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That in that sense, when you come up, we'll sit down there and we'll go over the details, right?
Try to do something.
Yeah, and I said, I don't know if your old man's having trouble finding work. You might have to find work for him, right?
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, we're trying to see little side, maintenance, painting, and stuff like that. So.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's just you have to just create work and make work. Right?
Yep.
And it has more to do with than just running around and becoming victims on the economy, right? Because you could look at it the way it's happening up on Wall Street right now. Right? That affects us. That affects all of us. Down there, down in the barrio, people think that the price of the gas and everything.
Yeah, I know.
Well, see, all of that affects us, right? And then, the days of running around in the streets and marching, brown power, Chicano power, those days are gone, right? Yeah. You got to take more affirmative action. You got to find ways to make the economy work for you, right?
Yep.
So, I mean, I know how you're setting out on your course and what you're trying to do, but in the other part, we still have to look out for everybody still,
Yep, all of us.
This call is from a federal prison.
Oops.
That's just a reminder, to let you know.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, hey, look, I wrote to my sister and I was telling her because they're kind of downbeat. They're all up in the uproar. But I wrote to her and I explained to her, that, hey, this thing is, it's about getting up and off your butts. And, when we take a hard blow, we got to get up. We got to be resilient. That's what I told her when she calls you and you're talking to her. I remind her, I said, hey, this thing is, nobody said this was going to be easy. I pointed that out to him and said, hey, we're going to have these rough bumps in the road and everybody's brother wants to do this and do that. And then one thing after another, and we run into all these little problems, right?
Yeah.
And I had to explain to both of them. I said, hey, I don't want you guys being out there all by yourselves and thinking, oh, nobody cares, nobody's going to do nothing. Hey, we got to go through these rough spots. Okay?
Yep. Yep, I will say that. Yeah,
because these little rough spots, these things are going to take care of themselves, right? Yep. And I had been telling her how, when we were up there in Oakland, they were a real big, important part of that and real vital, right? I said, I know they're getting all kinds of dirty looks and everything, but, it comes with the territory.
Yeah, I know.
I got to tell you, too, También, my favorite niece, you know what?
I know.
I want you, I'm glad, you're still hanging in there, like you're not, letting this thing wear you down, right?
Yep, life's hard, but we get it.
No, because, you know what?
It always works.
Yeah, you know what, just, I don't know exactly how, we're going to work it all out, but it should be a way that, we all can come out with a little better hand in this, right?
Yep, and fix it.
Because, it's just...
Fix the drought.
Yeah, you just can't, let it lay like that, right?
Yeah.
Those are not like a, chicken with their heads cut off, right?
Yep.
And, I said, no, you just gotta, one little step at a time, right?
Yep.
So how's everything else?
Everything is good.
You say you're doing good in work and everything?
Yeah, I'm gonna move up assistant manager. So we got another property, so I'm gonna go manage that one. So a raise.
Even when my sister called you, don't wait too long. If she doesn't call you, man, you get a hold of her. You leave your number over until they call you back or whatever, right? And then if you tell her if you can get a hold of my comadre, I'm kind of interested in what's happening with my comadre, because I can always write to her, right?
Yeah.
But I haven't been able to call her, right?
Yeah.
I think that's one of the numbers I gave you that was out of function, right?
Yeah, those are out.
And tell my sister that I'm still, curious about my comadre, and I still want to know that they're hanging in there, okay?
Okay, I will.
And then
I'll let them know.
This other thing, I'm kind of bad to hear that Rosa's primo's not there, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't know what was going on with Rosa, too, But it's not, huh?
Yeah, no, yeah.
No, because, go ahead.
Go ahead, no, anything.
It's not, I know there was somebody else there, too, that was supposed to be taking care of the store, but, we'll have to look around on that spot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll find out. I'll get in touch.
Okay.
Get everything together.
Yeah, there's one hard headache after another, but
get the proposal going.
Yeah, but it's just, you don't just, that's what I'm telling you about Craigslist, right?
Yeah, I love Craigslist.
I'm telling you that if you listen to their story and you say, how they kept plugging away until they got this thing off the ground. I said, yeah. Yep. It's just the way all things go. It's a good success story too.
You start on the bottom, but you go, and you'll come out on the top.
Yeah, you just gotta keep plugging away until you
gotta strive.
That's one thing we learned in school. The way we do it here is that you pull yourself up by the bootstraps, even when it gets pretty, it starts to look pretty ugly. You gotta suck it up and drive on. Hey. You told me you were going to send me some pictures of your boy and
the football. You don't even want to know. My son, he quit.
Oh, he did?
His dad let him quit, yeah. Well, he liked everything but tackling people.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
My son, he's a softie. He likes to play video games. He's a, smart kid in school and stuff, so he wants to play dodgeball or well, that's worse. Get beat by the ball. So we'll see. Yeah, we didn't even get that. I was like, oh man, I was sad, but
if he wants to go into the books, then you got to take that route,
Yeah. Oh yeah, and he's very smart. So we'll see. He'll be a lawyer or something.
Yeah, we need lawyers too. We don't just need football players.
We really need lawyers. Yeah.
Look at my daughter. My daughter wound up being a teacher.
A teacher? Oh, see.
Yeah.
Teaching.
Yeah, well, it was, like, from here, it was constantly, telling the point, and everybody was trying to point it, towards sports, because, I was a big sports guy, right?
Yeah.
Just like a daughter.
Call from a federal prison.
Daughter like father, right? They want to, but, she started off that way, but I point out to her, I said, hey, there's nothing wrong with hitting the books either,
Yeah.
Now she's got herself a little career right there, doing their little teacher thing,
learning, teaching people.
Yeah.
That's good. That's a good career.
So, what else? Nothing?
Nothing. That's it. Yeah.
Well, keep your eyes out open for the nephews, right? I don't know what kind of shape they're in, but my nephews are around there, so we might have to stop from there.
Yeah, I know. I spoke to somebody, but he said I was looking for your sister, and so then they called me back though, so because nobody knew who I was. So when they know me, then they'll be like, oh, okay then.
Remind them, that they're still we got a lot of work to do still, so.
Yep,
even though they got us in this place, it's nothing, it's just nothing's changed. It's all the same thing,
Yep,
exactly. It's just a little bit further away.
Yeah.
But it's still the same thing. Hey, wait. Okay, they're cutting us off, right?
Okay.
Okay, you take care.
I will.
And send me the money so I can put, I can get at you next month, okay?
Okay, to the box, right? To the drop box, something?
Yeah, you still got the lock box, right?
Yeah.
You take care, right?
You too.
Okay. Te cuídame, right?
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.